traveling for me, especially because I did it by myself, I literally just flew out there and was just like in my Airbnb, just chilling, just checking out new cities. For me, it's like a way to get away from like what I'm used to for a little bit, but it's also a way for me to think a lot. And when I was out there, I just kind of had these thoughts in the back of my head, like, yo, I'm trying to do the music thing like for real. I'm trying to pursue my passion for real. I'm not trying to be this person that just does the same stuff all the time, and that's just like, you know, what I'm about. And so I kind of like, mind you, like I'm simultaneously practicing in my room, getting better. I'm starting to have these thoughts, and then I come home, you know, to Northern Virginia for a little bit, and then I go to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, and that was around the time where COVID first started popping off. And so I was literally in Chicago for St. Patrick's Day when like lockdown first started, and I remember the mayor like canceling all the St. Patrick's Day shit and all this stuff. And I'm in my Airbnb, I'm like kind of freaking out because not just am I not having any fun, but people are like, oh, it was the end of the world and all this stuff. And I just remember like thinking to myself, like, man, if I make it home safely, if I can go back to like, you know, my home, if I get like, you know, if we make it out of this type stuff, like I'm gonna go so hard in music, like in what like this like feeling that I have in my heart. So sure enough, like I try to make the best out of that weekend, and then I end up flying back, and I come back home, and you know, thank God that I was safe and sound. And the next, you know, we're in what, month 6 of the lockdown at this point, 7, 8, whatever, and I came back to my apartment, and the only things that I really had going for me are like my corporate job and working on music. So I started putting out mixes, I started streaming on Instagram Live, and it's been very unique way to get started. I feel like most of the time when DJs get started, you know, they work themselves to a place where they can get local gigs, whether it's like at your local bar, they start doing weddings, like they start doing corporate events, like whatever it is. But because of COVID, like none of those are an option for me. For me, it's just put out a mix online on my SoundCloud or stream online for people to watch, and that's it. So it's been a very interesting way to get started. I think I'm thankful for it because I feel like my skills, you know, I'm just sharpening all the knives. By the time that we get out of this and we get to a place where I'm playing live in front of however many people at different venues, I'm gonna be so nice. Like, I'm not gonna think twice about, you know, that experience, because I'm already used to DJing, even if it's just from the comfort of my own home. Like, I just had a set tonight, we had 30 people in there. You know, last week I did my first Twitch stream. We had 30 people on there. We're on the way to becoming an affiliate with Twitch, and I think that's dope that right now in this point in time when there's like so much craziness going on in the world, there's people that are willing to take 15, 30, 45 hours out of their day just to come rock with me on Twitch. And mind you, that's an experience where they're not really rocking like the way that a DJ is supposed to rock, like in person. That's them listening on their phones, their laptops, whatever, and still getting enjoyment out of the music, still getting enjoyment out of like what I'm doing. So I feel like if I'm able to have success with that on the internet era, it's gonna hit like 10 times harder when I actually get in person in front of them. So it, like, in a way, is different becoming a DJ in the quarantine era, but at the same time, I think it's dope, and I'm excited to get out of this and see what it's like being in person, for sure.